Hello everyone, welcome back. This is another episode of Building a House with 5 random blocks. If you haven't seen the first 3 episodes of the series, I'll link down below in a playlist. Basically the rules for those who don't know, I'm on this website here where I get 5 random blocks. I choose the first 5 I get, no redos. I choose the first 5 actual blocks though. I'm gonna skip things like carpet, beds, saplings, glass panes, that kind of thing. I want 5 real blocks. The 5 blocks have to be the focus of the build. I can't hide them under other blocks. I can't just use them on the interior. And the last rule, I can use other blocks, but the main 5 have to be the focus. So like, you know, if I could only use the 5 I get, it would look horrible and there'd be basically no options. So I could use other blocks, but it has to be obvious what the 5 blocks are that I chose basically. So let's get into it. The first block here, we got Skulk Catalyst. I don't know if that's a block, honestly. What does that look like? All right, that doesn't count. Oh wait, does it? I'm on Google right now. Okay, that's a block. That's a block. Okay, so first block is Skulk Catalyst. Second block is stripped acacia wood, stripped birch wood, loom, and quartz pillar. All right, that might be the worst 5 that I could even like conceivably think of in my head. So we're gonna get right into it. I think I'm gonna do like I don't know what format I'm gonna do. I guess we'll see in a second. But yeah, like the video, subscribe, check out the Patreon down below. I really appreciate it. I might go live tonight, by the way, so consider checking that out. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it here. Usually for these, I do like a time lapse format kind of thing, but I think in this one, I'm gonna walk through and actually try to like build it live, share some of my thoughts more in detail. Yeah, these are the 5 blocks. Honestly, horrible 5. I think my biggest problems are, these 3, so like half of the blocks, over half the blocks, obviously. Not too worried about these 2, but I think the orange and then this and the white is gonna be hard to kind of work together, but see what I could do. Before starting this recording, I kind of messed around with some block palette stuff, so let's take a look here. Skulk Catalyst, I think the best way I could use this is with Skulk, because it blends together. So I think you kind of use it, and it's got this kind of yellow in here almost, so I think we can blend it with endstone, which we can then blend with birch and strip birch to get those 2 blocks in one kind of palette. That brings me to these other blocks, which are a bit harder, I think, to work in my opinion. The loom, you could almost get away with putting it in a foundation or something, is kind of what I was thinking here. Either way, it's very challenging. Quartz is it pops a lot. It's a very bright block, so trying to use it with these blocks is gonna be hard. And then we got the orange, which don't know exactly what I'm going for here. I was thinking if I could kind of combine it in the same palette as these 2 blocks, as the birch and the catalyst here. I honestly think this does look pretty good, but I don't think I'll have a space that'll be a big enough gradient for it. So I kind of got to think here how I want to use these blocks. I don't think I'm going to find a better place to use loom than in a foundation. It feels a bit cheating, but if we go for like something maybe slightly higher so it could be a bit more obvious that there's a block there. I don't know which side will look better. Probably that side, honestly, with some leaves or something. I think that could work. But yeah, it's kind of all the ideas out of the way. If you ever try a challenge like this, something to keep in mind, there's a website which with block palettes on. I'll link it down below. I think it's literally just blockpalettes.org or com or something. I took a quick glance on that, but there was nothing that really worked here, so I'm kind of going on my own. But that might help you, or just in general, even outside of random block stuff, that might just kind of help you get some ideas for blocks and stuff. But yeah, let's just whip some red wool out, and let's kind of just think of the shape of the house I want to go for here. A lot of the times I kind of just go for an L, which I might this time again. Let's kind of get a frame in and see what we're looking at. Honestly, right now the quartz is the block I'm the least confident in, honestly. But we'll see. Let me know down below, by the way, if you prefer this kind of like walkthrough building kind of style video, or if you'd prefer a time lapse. I'm really curious, honestly. Doing it in this kind of style though means I can't really use shaders because my computer isn't good enough to run shaders, but at the end of the video I'll put some shader footage up of the house. Whatever horrible creation I end up making. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know which texture will look better here. Oh, maybe something like that. Wait a minute. We may be onto something. If you're watching this when I'm uploading, by the way, I might be live. I don't want to commit too much. Well, not live right when it's uploaded, but I think I'm gonna go live tonight. Maybe around like 10 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern. We'll see. I now set up my Discord if you want to join. Link down below. I actually think this looks alright. Something like this in here. You know what? For how horrible of a block that seemed at first, I actually don't really mind that. Well, that's technically 2 blocks down. We can check those off. Just keep on the frame here. It's been a minute since I built a house for this channel. Kind of on like a short building break. I was doing some survival stuff, some streaming. But I think I still got it. I think I want the front to be a block shorter. Alright, let's... Like... It's very tough here. Let's use quartz for the walls. Use some world edit here. I don't feel like filling the blocks. Got it with just basic quartz. We go through and we'll texture it. Something like that. I don't think that's horrible. I think the quartz kind of works with the birch decently. I might try to work in this roof gradient here. We'll see. Because if I can't work this orange into the roof, then I'm going to be in trouble, I think. But it's going to have to be kind of a tall roof. What block do I use here? Maybe birch. Might look like a bit too much birch, though, but we'll see. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Mess it up. I'll leave a like as well, the usual stuff. Appreciate all the support on the channel recently, by the way. It's been really cool to see. It's a kind of a lot of birch, but I think it looks alright. Let's get the shape in. Kind of boring stuff here, honestly. Just getting the classic roof shape in I use. Alright. Finish getting this frame in, and then we'll see if I really think I can texture the roof or not. Alright, so it's everything but the roof in, I think, at this point. Yeah, let's grab these blocks. Let's see if I'm really feeling this gradient or not. 9 block gradient? I don't know. It'll be close to see if it fits or not. I'm not really sure. I might not be able to use birch on the edges, I just realized, because birch is actually in this gradient. So I'm gonna have to think of a different block to use for the outside. Maybe, I feel like spruce wouldn't work. I need something light colored. Because it needs to work with the quartz, but also the birch and the gradient on the ceiling. Roof, rather. Yeah, I think sandstone is probably the move here. Let's go in and retexture this. Alright, so keep it pretty simple, something like that. We can come back to it later. Let's kind of do lines, and we'll blend it after. I actually think I really like that. There might be something wrong with me. Soon just... It's coming together. Very interesting roof for sure, but we'll see how it looks. Coming along. Alright, that's the front texture. I actually think that looks alright, to be honest. It's not horrible. Yeah, I think I like that. Alright, let's texture the back. This is gonna take a minute. Yeah, basically when I texture, like, I don't know. This is how I personally do it. Probably depends on the person. A lot of times I just kind of put like lines in and then like blur them together. At least where there's like this many like weird blocks. With like stone, I usually don't do that, but this is like a lot of strange stuff here. Try to keep like the same like gradient thing that I use on the front, you know what I mean? Like you want it to look kind of consistent. Something like that. That looks alright. It's kind of weird because I can't really have anything but skulk on top of this block or it looks weird. So I basically have to, you know what I mean, use it like this. But I think it came alright. One more little area here, and then we're done with this gradient on the roof, and I think it came out way better than I expected, honestly. Basically, when you're texturing, you just want to kind of... It's hard to explain, but you just don't want there to be any hard lines, really, with what you're doing. Like, you want it to look kind of blurred. Might just be it, to be honest. For, like, the roof of this. I actually really like the way this came out. Let's, go through and kind of add these stairs, kind of, like, just... make the shape carry back here. It's pretty simple. Fill up these walls as well. With that roof done, that is every block of this challenge, I believe. I think that's everything, right? Acacia as well, obviously. So just in the roof alone, we managed to get 3 blocks down, and the walls are quartz, and we got the loom used at the bottom. So now we got the process of making the house actually look good. So like windows, doors, probably like a porch, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's get started with that. Probably put the door here, the window there. Let's actually start with doors and windows. Put on like beam here. There's like a big open space. I should try to break it up a bit. Got a pretty big interior, honestly. Probably got a staircase here, so I'm gonna leave that open. I feel like rounding off the frame, it's just alone makes a very big difference, at least in my opinion. Some trapdoors as well. Looking pretty good. Alright, let's get a porch in. Could just do this. I don't know if I want it to be that square shaped, but Why not? Looks pretty good. Carry the foundation texturing. Kind of surprised by how decent the foundation looks. Obviously, it's not perfect, but it's fine. Usually when I do a porch, I put fences here as well. Stairs here. The oak in here, like a bit of a darker color, bit of contrast. Don't want to use too much birch. I like mixing some fence gates. It kind of adds a bit of like intricacy maybe to it, some variation. But yeah, it's kind of come on pretty good. Let's get some flower pots in at the windows. I put these basically everywhere. This help fill the walls up. We'll leave this one empty, I guess. Add some like variation to it. I kind of hate how much I like this house. If I'm being honest. Basically no room for a path here, but pretend that there is, you know. Let's get the glass in. I usually use light gray. As I'm building this, the schematic for this house will be available on my Patreon, along with over 100 other houses for just $3 for all of them, you know. If you want to support me there, I'd really appreciate it. Of course, just like watching is really more than enough. But if you support on Patreon, you know, pretty cool. Really just going for like basic landscaping stuff. Don't get overcomplicate it too much. I don't want to hide the looms too much. I actually think they look alright. But just enough to kind of make it look like the house kind of blends into the landscape a bit. That's usually more than enough. And yeah, I think it's the outside about done. And get some lanterns and some flower pots in. And that should be about it. Of course, gotta do the interior still, because I do that. Alright, let's fill these flower pots up. Along with the like kind of window flower pots. Should be all of them, I think. Missed one. I'll get a door in, and that's, I think, it for the outside. Go for birch, of course. Got a pretty birch-heavy build. Alright, quick interior here. I'm probably not going to keep most of the interior in this edit, because I kind of... Obviously, I'll show me making it, but I feel like the interior is less interesting on, like, a random house kind of thing. Like, I'm going to do a similar interior regardless. Go for oak here. I feel like it matches the color palette pretty well. Get a bit of a height difference here. I feel like it'll be interesting. I got a whole interior tutorial, by the way, on my channel. For anyone interested. It's like half an hour long, I think, 40 minutes long. Goes over basically everything. I'll put that on a card on the screen if I remember. Realistically, I'm not going to remember, so maybe check the description or my channel. Oh yeah, this is the interior here. I'll just immediately kind of section the space off. I don't want to use normal colors on the interior because we have such like an interesting exterior here, so I guess maybe I'll use some orange. Quick armor stand to kind of fill the space up. Basically, I'm trying to create like a bit of a divide here because there's a height difference. I want it to kind of look like different. Kind of interesting color on the armor, I guess. Kind of matches the roof a little bit. That was kind of the goal, but it's not perfect, but that's fine. Kitchen, living area, and a staircase here, then a bedroom upstairs. Should be pretty simple. Of course, we gotta get the fridge in here. Smoker and a cauldron. Kind of speedrunning this. Sorry if I don't have a whole lot of commentary in here, so most of this is probably gonna get cut out. But kind of my flow right now, honestly. Kind of intended for a staircase here. I'm not sure I could fit it though. We'll give it a shot. Alright, maybe no living area on the bottom floor. We'll keep that on the upstairs only. Bit of storage. It's kind of all I could really fit on this floor, I believe. We'll leave the paintings there, why not? It's a bit much, but I like paintings, so sorry if you don't. A little railing here. Some plants, fill the space. Temporary lighting on the roof here. Kind of like the way this house is going out so far, honestly. All right, bottom. This area I'll probably put kind of like a bedroom area, I guess, and the other side will be like living and entertainment space. We'll keep it as one room though. I don't really like separating top floor stuff into multiple rooms. It's gonna create a bit of a separation here though. Yeah, we'll put a bed. Go for oak. Usually I do spruce for bed stuff, but I'll go for oak. We'll go to triple bed in. All right. Triple bed might be a bit too big. We'll double bed it. Some bookshelves on this left wall here, which is why I kind of left it a block off. Keeping it pretty simple, honestly. Quick armor stand here. It's kind of the better area done. All right, let's turn this into an entertainment space. There's some light behind this, which I feel like usually has a pretty cool effect here. Try to section this off a bit. Kind of about it. Let's just like add a couple kind of smaller things, fill the space up, and we'll probably call it. I think I'll call it there, honestly. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this house, honestly. Like, let's come outside, take a look. Yeah, you know what? For the blocks I had, let's go over this again. We got Sculpt Catalyst, Stripped Acacia, Stripped Birch, Loom, and Quartz Pillar. So you can see all of them pretty easily in here. Let's take a quick zoom. God, I feel like that's a banger. Let's get the shaders on. Sorry if there's some lag here, but I think it looks pretty good. Let's get the fly around. I actually think the roof gradient came out way better than I expected. Let's get the quick walkthrough. Porch. Maybe put a carpet and some stairs up here before I take the thumbnail picture, but I think that's about it. Interior tour, head upstairs, got this bedroom up here. Entertainment space. I think it looks really good. Head back outside. Oh yeah, I think that's about it. Let me know down below. Do you like this house? Do you want to see more of these kind of random house videos? You have any other ideas for content? Let me know down below. If you want to download this house, it'll be on my Patreon. You get access to all these houses and well over 100 more, or I think 101 more other than these. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video. Check out the Discord down below as well. I post announcements for like videos and everything in there, and I talk in there, and there's a lot of build tips and stuff. But yeah, see you guys next one. Bye.